ready to press play?
Nah, they ain't ready. They don't believe me yet, baby. Y'all don't believe me yet? You gonna believe me now, though. All my success is for my people. Growing up as an African American, we not really taught in schools about people that can inspire us. They don't teach us that we feel like we could be power brokers. So I wanted to show something different. You know, I just wanted to break records, not for no money, but to show like my people that we could do it. And we doing it. I'm on my Black Bond thing. I don't know why they haven't had a black James Bond yet. James Bond always been the black type. Nice dresser, always cool and collected under pressure. Ladies, man. I started working when I was 12. I was a little too young for the paper route, so I made a deal with one of the guys that was going to college. I told him to give me the paper route while he goes to college, and I'll give him a cut of the money, send it to him at college. Y'all know my name. Y'all know my name. I told you I was gonna be great, Mom. I told you I was gonna be somebody. So after that work, and I started my little mini business. Started becoming an entrepreneur at that time. I know how to drive, baby. I remember that I always wanted to put the papers inside the door because I wanted to be the best, you know, paper boy out there. I wanted to, like the old ladies, to say that, you know, he didn't make me walk outside in the cold. My first intention, I wanted to be a football player. That was my dream. But then I broke my leg in my senior year. And, you know, music was something that I really got deeper into. I would just follow, like, all of the DJs. I listened to house music, hip-hop, soul music, anything that was music. I just wanted to be around that.
This bad boy.
Feels good to be back. I missed you. Relax your mind, let your conscience be free. You're now rolling with the sounds of the beat. I would have to say my favorite place outside of the United States is probably Ibiza. I'm a party man. They party over there real strong. It's definitely a Diddy destination.
You know, in the next 40 minutes, we're gonna go to VIP. We're gonna continue this thing on and on and on.
They love me over there, I love them. You know, I could stay for 3-4 days in a row just partying out there.
We're gonna rock it to the sunrise. We're gonna come back here for breakfast and all that. So
thank you. Thank you. Welcome to my humble abode in Ibiza. I love the water, man. I love the water. I love being around the water. Very spiritual to me. I decided like a year ago that I was gonna go with the flow a little bit more. I'm a planner, but I wanted to experience a couple of years where I just took it day by day. And I think a lot has changed about me. I'm getting to experience so many new things. I'm getting to hear so many new sounds, see so many new colors. I think that the way I view life has changed after everything's said and done when it comes to your family. None of this means anything. When I had it all like almost taken away from me when I was on trial, the only thing that was there for me was my family.
We just got married.
This is where it all began. Turn around, Miss Combs. Turn around to the camera. It all began here.
That's the daddy of Puff Daddy.
One Christmas, my mother gave me this 145 disc, and it was James Brown. And as soon as she put it on, I danced for days and days. We used to dance. You know, she used to play music, play Diana Ross, Chic, you know, Marvin Gaye, James Brown, Al Green. We used to just dance around the house as I did my chores. My family inspires my music, you know? It's changed. It used to just be, you know, what I'm seeing on the streets. It's still that, but now it's my kids. So my kids is doing the chicken noodle soup. My kids is telling me what songs is hot. I'm trying to also be hot for them. My kids is real, so they ain't gonna give that one to me. I'm gonna have to go earn that.
Nah, blood, we living life. Woo! Big things about to happen. Big things, big things. Woo!
I'm in love with two things. I'm in love with my personal life and my family. But then, you know, I cheat with my music, you know, and it's a tug of war back and forth.
No, don't do it, Step. I love you.
I've been in love with Kim almost all my life, you know. She's the one that's really rolled with me through everything. So that's definitely like my queen, you know. And there's only one crown, only one king. There's only one queen, you know. That's who she is.
Can you believe
my
that?
husband than you the last time.
Can you believe that?
See there?
How do you feel about that?
I want to have some. I want to have some.
Twins.
Yeah?
Nobody knows you the first to know.
But how do you see them? I don't know what
Right
I'm
there.
looking at. There and there?
That's the head. The head, the nose, the body.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah.
Is it that big?
Well, you know, my stomach is always flat. You can't tell I got a pudge.
So we're gonna celebrate tonight.
Come to claim my place.
You know, I always wanted to be an inspiration. You know, I see the power that we have as artists, the power that we have as entertainers to make people feel good. You could go two routes, you know. You could either go the positive or the negative. You know, right now, most importantly, you know, I'm trying to go 100% positive.
It's not the swagger's not there.
Listen to those 3 lines and tell me how you want me to do it different.
I know I was in search for something. You know, it's taking me so long. Now I was asking myself, am I sure that I want to do this again?
It's bad boy.
Feels good to be back. I missed you.
But this period in my life, I'm open for new things. I'm not following the pack.
What's up, baby? How you?
I'm doing the best I could do, being me.
You got 5 minutes.
I can't be anybody else. I can't follow no trends. I make timeless, classic, feel-good music. Most of my titles have been very dramatic. No Way Out, The Saga Continues, Forever. It's always been about some drama that was going on in my life.
Sit down. When was that? 20 fights.
This is totally different. It's not about drama. It's about the music.
Make some history today, people.
What we do? What time is it? It's like 2:43 a.m. We don't sleep.
I wouldn't go buy no Diddy album. Like, if it was me, I just wouldn't go, okay, he got an album, I'm gonna go buy the album. The only way he could get me to buy the album is if he surprised me. He brought something new, or he took some risks.
I'm trying to get innovative and creative, you know what I'm saying?
And I knew that going into it. I knew I had to take some risks.
Whoosh. His name is Whoosh. It ain't Diddy no more.
Puff is hard to please. You know, he got real high expectations.
Puff has some kind of swagger, like he has this thing going on.
When you think you're done and that's all you can give, he keeps pushing you.
That's how you succeed, and that's how you leave your mark, by doing what's never been done before and always wanting more.
I worked with some of the greatest producers in the game and collaborated with them.
Puff called me and was like, yo, B, I know you're doing movies and kid, but we gotta make it happen, baby.
From Kanye to Will.I.am to Pharrell to Just Blaze, Rich Harrison, Mario Winans. The list just goes on and on of all the people who I've had experiences with throughout my life. And now on this album,
Everything all right? You need anything? All right.
You can't be lazy in the studio. You may be getting, lazy-minded and you're just accepting any idea that sounds cool. That doesn't happen with Puffy. I don't think it needs a third verse. It's you, so you gotta help me out. Yeah, just give me one more verse. You never know. That verse could be the hot verse.
Let's go. Let's play it.
I'm saying, give me some slogans.
Okay, I will. I'll give you some slogans. No problem. No problem. I'll give you some slogans. I'll give you some slogans.
Would you
kill for me? Would you kill for me? Play the joint. Play the joint. I'll do it right now. No problem.
You could be sitting on a pot of gold. He still sends you off searching.
Come here, you, my dear.
Just because you got this doesn't mean you stop fighting for that. Even though this is great. That's what life's all about, making it better. And that's the same thing in the studio that I learned working with Puffy.
I wouldn't want to go buy no P. Diddy album. That. What I'm buying that for? I want to go buy the game. I'm going to buy most Def new or new. You know what I'm saying? What would get me to go buy my own get out the car, go to the front of the that better. That Diddy better be brand new. He better be acting strange. ATL, Georgia to New York City. The Kings have arrived. Back in the day, you used to be able to go to the record store. You would go buy the album. You would take it home, get yourself, whatever your drink or your smoke, or just lock up in your room and you put it on, you listen to the whole album. Forever, I'm on the grind. My mind is already made up. Sipping the finest wines, private jets to Jamaica. What I tried to do was definitely push hip-hop forward in a musical way. That's one of my specialties is melody. I love melody. I love songs.
Yes, golden, platinum, chip tooth Don. You know what I'm saying?
He getting on me because he know I fixed my tooth.
On this album, I wanted to have a brand new flow, melodically. And I really pushed myself to make sure that I didn't have any limits. My man, the Hate Me Now video.
Hate Me Now video.
He said, bring all of the jewelry. Said, bring all of the jewelry.
Ridiculous
Bro, all of the jewelry. There was nobody was layering they. Nobody was laying. It was only one cross or one Jesus piece, and they still trying to figure it out.
They can't figure us out, baby.
Still trying to figure it out.
We're gonna get your timing first, and make sure you stand in one position, right up on the mic, and then we'll work on everything else.
I know a song is great when you can't get it out of your head, when it's still great 10 years later. I just say a song is great when it evokes some emotion.
1990, Raw, I showed you ice. You ain't know who Jacob was, so I showed you twice. When it was all about the Benjamins, I had two bezels on my arm, like a Don's supposed to.
For some reason, it still sounds like you're pushing it. Talk it. Don't push it. Just talk it.
Once you are at a certain level, a certain bar, the biggest mistake you can make is not to be hard on yourself.
Listen to those 3 lines and tell me how you want me to do it different. I done been there, did it. 10 years.
Then you gotta keep that edge. You gotta be that hater on yourself.
It's not, the swagger's not there.
You have to be honest about it, where you sit in the place of music and where's the room to grow.
If you want my really plain, flat-out, honest opinion, you thinking too much. Way too much. That's like, I'm throwing too much at you right now, too. It's confusing more, but the simplest that you need to know is too much.
That low tone make him sound like a star, man. I promise you, if he breathe it right, he's gonna get it.
It ain't the breathing, it's a feeling. It's a belief. It ain't got nothing to do with the breathing at this point.
Hey, too long as the performance
As long as
right,
the performance is just that. That's the biggest deal. Maybe we should take a break for a minute, son. Because you're going to keep doing the same thing. Same thing.
I know I was in search for something, and I just wasn't getting it. And I was asking myself, it's taking me so long. Like, am I sure that I want to do this again? You could work in a job, and it can start to become so monotonous that you don't get to experience that newness, that rebirth. When you made so many hits, and then you maybe for a second ask yourself, like, are you sure? Or are you sure that this is the best that you could give? I think I'm blessed that I'm the type of person that I'm gonna keep on running, you know? I'm a marathon runner. I'm gonna run it all the way out and see. Now that the album's done, to be honest, a lot of the work's just beginning.
I'm back out in the public eye. I'm letting people know that I got an album coming out. It's called Press Play.
Feels like we flying, right? I ain't never felt like this before. I like this.
Take your soul,
Let's go.
I'm like the person at the concert that, you know, had a dream of becoming an entertainer. I mean, always was an entertainer, you know, growing up as a kid. Never knew it could be possible. And then it happened.
Let's go.
Some of us are late bloomers. I think I was always a great producer, but I think now I just really truly started becoming a recording artist.
So in the vision of the movie, I want this to come on and like to be talking, and my talk to turn into me spitting. And I want you to hear me spit, the clarity, hear me say that was so intense and beautiful and prolific.
I need y'all to hear me out there. Can y'all hear me out there?
A lot of people that listen to my music, they ain't listening to it because of all of the bling bling stuff or any of that stuff that is out there in the press or whatever the hype is.
That was perfect.
They listening to it because they like the way, you know, I make people move, but also they have that hustler spirit. So they respect the get down of somebody trying to do something with their lives.
Of the world famous. You know my name.
That's right, that's right.
It only gets stronger. It only gets more intense.
Now that the album's done, you know, to be honest, a lot of the work's just beginning. But in order to make sure people know I'm serious, I gotta hit the road, man. I ain't no different than any other artist. I'm not above any of that.
I'm back out in the public eye. I'm letting people know that I got an album coming out. It's called Press Play.
We start at 6 in the morning with radio. We end after the party at 4 in the morning, back up at 6 in the morning. I gotta go out there, you know, make people believe, you know what I'm saying? You know, I put together this live band and I've been in just rehearsing, just putting some things together.
I'ma put it on my son's name. I'ma change from the mundane, Monday to Sunday, live play now in one lane.
You know, it's just been incredible just really finding certain nuances that you don't get to do when you just do 2 turntables and a microphone. You know, so it's about the fusion, it's about growing, it's about taking everything I learned from the streets, but also taking soul music and fusing it together.
Can you feel me? Do that, do that, do it, do that, do that, do it.
You know, my first singles Come to Me. My second single's with Christina Aguilera. It's called Tell Me. Tell Me is with Christina Aguilera. We all know that she has one of the greatest voices in the world.
Tell me what you thinking about when you got me waiting patiently. Usually I don't have to wait for nobody. When it's something about you that really got me feeling weak, and I'm trying to find the words to speak.
One of the things I wanted to do different is I wanted to pull her voice back. I wanted her to do some hip-hop soul. It sounds like something's coming.
Do that, do that.
It's the second single, and it's intense.
Do it, do it, do it.
To me, Press Play would be a success if, you know, people would have seen the growth. It would be a success to me if they listened to the whole album, if it wasn't about a single. It's the most musical album, you know, I've ever produced. It has so much melody and so much feeling, And it's kind of like counter where hip-hop is right now, because it's a very emotional record. This time is what I've evolved into, you know, after growing up to hip-hop in the 80s, you know, crushing the charts in the 90s, and, you know, taking a break for a while. You know, now I'm back on the scene, focused.
It only gets stronger.
Got my champion on. I'm like Jordan in the fourth right now.
It only gets more intense.
Feels good to be back doing what I love to do, entertaining people. To be honest, I'm having so much fun, I'm entertaining myself, you know?
You feel me?
Doing things differently. It's about change, about a new time.
So bad, boy.
There's so much going on in my life. I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't hear you. You know what it is, I'm back in the building. Security strap still stacking a million. Stunt with a stallion, something Italian. Or maybe Puerto Rican, you can catch me in Paris. I'm in it to win and I'm willing to carry the game. If you think I'm not, look at the carrots. Look at me, man. Hop up clean up out of the phantom. The people go to screaming like an opera anthem. I did it before, do it again. I got it to blow, got it to spin. Flies before, cool as the wind. Got hits, go back like juice and gin. Yeah.